Greetings, beloved brothers and sisters. In the course of his work with couples, this one has many times talked with people about affairs that they've had. And it's possible to look at an affair in a moralistic way as a betrayal, as a failing, a shortcoming. But the most interesting finding is that if you take moralism out of the picture and you ask yourself, why do people have affairs? Generally, people will go where they feel good about themselves. And often that's in the arms of another person. And they may not be motivated to find that person, but when it happens, when they're in the presence of someone who makes them feel good about themselves, they want to stay there. And it's also the reason why they formed the couple in the first place. They want to feel good about themselves. And when they first meet this person, who they end up marrying or living with, they like how they feel about themselves in the presence of this person. Unfortunately, it's still based on not loving yourself. Needing someone else to make you feel good about yourself comes from a premise that you don't feel good about yourself, but you'd like to. And where did that come from? Well, it comes from being raised by people who don't feel good about themselves and who project that onto you. When you're young and your parents shame you, blame you, hit you, are disappointed in you, it doesn't take long before you believe that you're not okay and you don't feel good about yourself. And maybe you'll try to be very good and work hard and achieve things and make them proud or prove them wrong. But that feeling of not being okay is quite erroneous, and yet it feels real. And anything or anyone that takes you out of that makes you feel good about yourself, you'll be very attracted to. This is really how addictions happen. So if you don't look at it as a right or wrong thing, but an innocent thing of just wanting what you once had but lost, it's a very common feeling. I had it, but I lost it. I had love, but I lost it. I had approval, but I lost it. I had safety, but I lost it. I had unconditional positive regard, but I lost it. It's probably my fault. I wonder if I could find someone who could hide that from me, who could make me forget how badly I feel about being separate. And this is where romantic attraction comes in. But it's doomed to failure. Sooner or later, that person starts reminding you that you don't feel very good about yourself because in their presence, you don't like yourself and you don't like how you feel. And you may project that back onto them. They're making me feel bad. But really, they're reflecting what's underneath of that, which is that you don't feel good about yourself. So what can you do about that? Let yourself go where you feel good about yourself. And what you'll find is where you feel good about yourself is with God. Where you feel good about yourself is when you're very still and you allow the Holy Spirit to nurture you. What you regain is what you never lost. The unconditional positive regard of Father, Mother, God. And the more you get to know that, the more you'll want to stay there. When I walked the earth, I was always talking about my Father who loves me, my Father who takes care of me, my Father who protects me, my Father who guides me. It's our Father. Let yourself go where you feel good about yourself, in the arms of your Father, Mother, God. And then, from that sense of well-being and confidence, let the love overflow to another being so that the purpose of your relationship is a holy one, a sacred one, where you get to share love with another person just because you want to and because it feels so good, but not because you need someone to convince you against your will that you are worthy. Your Father, Mother, God knows this, and you will know that the more you allow yourself to be with that presence that loves you. Let yourself be reassured of your goodness that you never lost. And let yourself forgive those who knew no better than to project their fears and doubts onto you. Have a love affair with yourself. It only gets better. I love you very much. I'll speak with you again soon.